Hi folks, and welcome to our second part of this series on concept mapping basics. So where we left off the last time was just a concept map on making a cup of coffee, and as you can recall, we've started with a very simple concept map showing you the main concepts of ingredients, and if you open that box you can see what's inside of the little box. It's also called a nested node, just to refresh your memory. We've had utensils and we've had energy sources. Remember, we told you how to export using your file and export to an image, or you could have the option of exporting to a web page, as in this case over here. What we're going to do next is look at how to customize your concept map, and so for that you would need to show your styles palette, and I've got mine open already. Let me just bring it in on the screen. It looks like that, styles palette. And so for any reason, if your style palette is gone, it's disappeared for some reason, you can always just say click on show styles palette and it will reappear on your screen. And so what we do with the styles palette is to customize and just a little bit enhancement of your concept map. So what we have at the bottom here, if you note, you'll have different tabs, one for the font, one for objects, and that is the bubbles or the circles, one for line, and then one for cmap. The ones that we use mostly here would be the fonts, objects, and then of course lines. So you would have noted, if you've played around with concept mapping before, and especially in this particular tool, you would note that depending on how you draw your lines, they either end in an arrow or without an arrow. Now, to remedy this, if you want to add some arrows, and like I often say, this is not an exact science, you got to select or highlight your particular line that you want to change. Make sure that you've got the line tab activated and not any of the other tabs. On the line, you'll get the option to add arrows in different directions, turn the direction around, or have arrows in both directions. So if I click and toggle between one of these arrowheads over here, you'll see an arrowhead is added. I'll do the same for this one, so you can see again the arrowhead is added, and it's that simple. Now, to affect the color, for example, to affect this text in the bubbles, you will again have to highlight the area you want to affect, go to font, and here you can change it to bold. Let's make all these ones bold. You can do them one at a time, or you can select them, select multiple ones by holding down your control key and press on bold, and you'll see that all your concepts, your huge or big overarching concepts, are highlighted and emboldened. Okay, furthermore, you can also add a little bit of color to that just by looking at that color of the text by changing object colors. Go to object, and let's look here. We can add a shadow. Let's change the background to all of them. There we go. And let's do that. Holding down my control key and clicking on it. I like using, or rather working without a mouse, so it takes a little bit of a finesse, but with practice you can make perfect. So that is coloring in your different bubbles. Similarly, likewise, you can change the color of your text. I'm just going to do that main one so you can see what I'm talking about. Again, I have to go over to font, go to the text color, and click on white. And so any of the bubbles that you will make after that will automatically have that same color schemes. It will make use of the same color schemes. Next, I want to quickly show you how to add and embed certain content. For instance, here, remember, we've imported our training resources. Now, just to show you what that looks like, this is all my training resources, and I can add different ones. I can even embed a PowerPoint in this particular, let's say I want to add one there. It will ask me if that is the correct one, and I'm happy with that. I'll say okay, and now you can see I created a drop down menu for this. I can also add an external website by giving it a name. VS / www.uwc.ac.za. Let's hope that one works, and there you can see creates a menu. When I click on it, you have the name of the particular website, and if I click on that, it should open up the website for you. And there you go. Okay, folks, so I think that is where we'll leave it for today. Very short session on it, but I trust that it's been helpful. See you next time.